What's up, DramaAlert Nation? I'm your host, daphoenixdiva, and let's get into some things. So who are we talking about today? Today we're talking about ZombaeKillz versus the Quartering. And girl, ZombaeKillz is trying to get Quartering out of here! Out of here! And on the basis of, it's not criticism, it's racism. But before we get into those details, let's talk about who exactly ZombaeKillz is. ZombaeKillz gained notoriety back in September of last year when she called out both Sony and Microsoft for not providing new-gen console reviews to black female streamers. And the result of her calling out both Sony and Microsoft was that she was given a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X. So what's the problem with that? Well, people didn't really like it and they decided to attack her on the internet. So instead of just, dealing with her, she goes and calls everybody a racist and then threatens to DMCA everybody. And when that happens, then the Quartering does a video of her. She gets upset, then involves the head of YouTube Gaming, Fwiz, and tells him that the Quartering is so bad, which results to Fwiz saying that I will forward this to YouTube since I can't really do anything. Since he can't really do anything. So let's speed it up to what's going on now. Our story begins. Quartering puts out a tweet with a screenshot from ZombaeKillz asking, is there an actual archive of this tweet somewhere? Now, obviously, this tweet is a very, very spicy tweet. So what does ZombaeKillz do? She denies it. She immediately calls it Photoshop and, just completely laughs it off. And then she has people, replying to her, it's not even a good Photoshop job, shake my head. Sorry you have to deal with this so often, but there are tons of people out here supporting and rooting for you. Okay, but it gets better. So the tweet was actually real. So using the Wayback Machine, it was completely determined that the tweet was real. It was legitimate. So instead of her being like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I learned better, I was in a bad place, the typical, she doubles down and keeps on calling it Photoshop and that a bunch of people are a bunch of racists, white supremacists, etc., etc. All she had to do was to take accountability. Like, when does taking accountability ever go wrong? Too soon, I guess. Now, the Quartering decides to do a video about it, which caused, hate, obviously. And this is a different type of hate. Like, it has gone full-blown that they are really, meaning ZombaeKillz and her community and her fans, have really, banded together to really put Quartering out. So here we go. Here's the first tweet. Blue check mark. It's always a blue check mark, right, guys? Blue checkmark, black girl gamers. In 2021, a black content creator is terrified because a racist troll called the police to SWAT her house. She's owed an apology, and any brand seen supporting this Quartering person will be held to task. Now, I feel like ZombaeKillz needs to apologize to, the people that she offended with this tweet. This tweet is 100% racist. If we're going to talk about racist, let's talk about this tweet. And for the people that can't even, that are unable to see how this tweet's racist, let's do something simple. Let's switch out the word white and put the word black. Doesn't look good, does it? And it goes on. So, Black Girl Gamers goes on, calls Quartering toxic. But the main thing is that she is straight up calling Quartering a swatter. Quartering immediately responds to it and states, obviously had nothing to do with this, and I'm on record in several videos demanding jail for people who do this. The person involved is a serial liar, and her attempt to pin this on me is disgusting. That said, jail for who did it. Now, interesting about Black Girl Gamers, someone else jumped in the fray. Gothics jumped in the frame. Remember when Black Girl Gamers allowed their members to harass me and tried to destroy my career because I refused to follow their collective group thinking? I haven't. I have screenshots and videos for days from both parties. The Quartering, I got you, enough is enough. So clearly you would, kind of assume that, these are not the people that should be, leading the front lines regarding rights for women of color, but the stupidity continues. Another blue check mark comes into the fray, goes on and on and on, even uses hashtag Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah, that's really gonna set things up. And also going in on the quartering and tagging everybody, including F-Wiz, trying to get quartering out of here. Moving on to the next one. Iffy. Now this is like my favorite stupid tweet, because he keeps on saying that the tweet was doctor, which we proved that is not doctor. And then he goes on talking about how, you know, she's facing endless harassment and how it's, you know, basically implying how it's horrible, where, you know, according to Gothics, and they have no reason to lie, black girl gamers, you know, got into that, kind of gets into that whole, you know, sending their members to harass people if they don't conform to their way of thinking, right? Okay. So the blue check marks come through, and then the quartering starts showing people that are encouraging, you know, awful things to happen to him. There's people starting to, you know, flag his channel, and then people are actually saying that, hey, you know, it would be like a great idea if we totally like go to his house and spray paint stop being racist. Yes, that's how you do it. Like all these issues that we've been having about racism, my guy, you figured it out. All we all had to do was just go to Home Depot and get some freaking spray paint. Like, you're a freaking genius. Holy crap. But, like previously, F-Wiz got involved and says that there will be forwarding these messages to YouTube, which has gotten people to believe that F-Wiz is involved, and F-Wiz is like kind of getting looked at kind of sideways. People are not really trusting him. Where ZombaeKillz has this pattern where you criticize her, she calls you racist, and then she tags F-Wiz to say, hey, this person's being mean to me, deal with it, and he forwards it. There was a YouTuber, Griffin Gaming, that actually said, yeah, the same thing happened to him. He did a video on ZombaeKillz. ZombaeKillz told F-Wiz. F-Wiz said, hey, I'll just, you know, I'll forward this along and get it investigated. It got investigated and nothing happened. So, what is the true moral of the story? The moral of the story is, ZombaeKillz, this isn't about racism. This isn't about you being a black woman. This isn't about you going on stream and looking like an evil villain from freaking Batman and plotting to destroy everybody that criticizes you and calls them racist and bigots. That's not what this is about. And I'm going to go back to like someone who was person of color that was trying to tell you what the dangers are of someone completely keep on saying you're racist, you're racist, you're racist. You actually devalue the word. So, quartering, if you get canceled, well, you know what, to be honest, like, you kind of get canceled every week. Like, you have, like, so many thumbnails of you being canceled. Like, I feel like you should have a whole playlist called Quartering Being Canceled. But that's a different story for another day. But at the end of the day, ZombaeKillz, you lied. Just apologize. Like, don't do this, but actually take accountability for what you did. And maybe, you know, you could be, you know, a better person, because in the words of Maya Angelou, when you know better, you do better. And hopefully you'll know better. And, you know, and also, like, can you just please stop with that, like, evil villain crap in your Twitch streams? Like, that's, like, really crazy stuff. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time.